pearl necklace pushed to the back of a drawer may look old-fashioned, but it could be hiding far more value than you realize. Pearls can be cultured, natural, freshwater, saltwater, imitation, or signed by a luxury jeweler, and the differences are not always obvious. Today, we are counting down 10 common-looking pearl jewelry pieces you should never throw away, because the rarest versions can be worth thousands and sometimes much more. We begin with one of the simplest pieces found in almost every jewelry box: pearl stud earrings. A plain white pair may appear inexpensive, especially when the pearls are small or the posts are slightly bent, but the metal fittings could reveal a different story. Examine the posts, butterfly backs, and cups for marks such as 14K, 18K, 750, platinum, PT 950, or a recognizable maker's signature. Some vintage studs were mounted in high-carat gold, while luxurious examples were surrounded by diamonds. Size matters, but it is only one part of the value. GIA explains that pearls are evaluated according to size, shape, color, luster, surface quality, nacre quality, and matching. Finding two large pearls with similar color, shape, and luster can be much harder than finding one attractive pearl. Never throw away a single earring just because its partner is missing either. A natural pearl, diamond setting, or signed gold mount may still carry substantial value on its own. At number 9 are pearl cocktail rings, especially bold designs from the middle of the 20th century. Many contain cultured pearls, but that does not automatically make them inexpensive. A large pearl set above a heavy gold mount and surrounded by diamonds, sapphires, emeralds, or rubies may be worth far more than a simple modern pearl ring. Turn the ring over and search inside the band for gold marks, serial numbers, initials, or names, such as Cartier, Tiffany & Co., Van Cleef & Arpels, Mikimoto, or another established jeweler. Do not assume that an oddly shaped pearl is cheap. Baroque pearls were sometimes deliberately chosen for dramatic designer jewelry because every pearl has a different shape and personality. Also, look for old repairs, evidence of glue, missing accent stones, and wear around the setting. These issues may affect value, but they do not necessarily make the ring worthless. Sotheby's currently describes signed cultured pearl pieces as an active part of the secondary jewelry market, with some designer examples valued in the thousands. Number 8 may look delicate, dark, and hopelessly outdated, but it can carry remarkable historical value. During the 18th and 19th centuries, tiny seed pearls were used in mourning rings, brooches, pendants, and memorial jewelry, often combined with gold, black enamel, woven hair, engraved names, or miniature portraits. These pieces were created to remember a loved one, meaning an inscription on the reverse can be extremely important. Never remove the hair, polish away the engraving, or separate the pearls simply because some appear loose. The original arrangement is part of the object's history. A gold, enamel, and seed pearl mourning brooch dating to around 1830 sold through Bonhams for $5 to $100, proving that a small memorial piece can be worth far more than its size suggests. The strongest examples may have an identifiable historical owner, detailed enamel work, unusual symbolism, or documented provenance. Keep any fitted box, handwritten note, portrait, or family record found alongside the jewelry. Before we reveal the pearl pieces that can reach truly astonishing prices, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We uncover forgotten jewelry, overlooked antiques, and ordinary objects that may be hiding extraordinary value. Also, tell us in the comments, do you own an old pearl necklace, ring, or brooch passed down through your family? At number 7 are pearl bracelets that seem ordinary from the front, but may hide their greatest value in the clasp. Vintage bracelets sometimes contain several rows of pearls, joined by a gold, platinum, diamond, sapphire, or emerald clasp. Some clasps were designed as detachable brooches, while others were produced by prestigious jewelry houses and stamped in places that are easy to overlook. Carefully examine the clasp's tongue, underside, connecting bars, and safety chain. A worn pearl strand can often be restrung, but an original signed clasp may be impossible to replace. This is why you should never discard a bracelet merely because its silk thread has snapped. Gather every loose pearl and store the clasp in a padded container. Matching is one of GIA's 7 pearl value factors, so losing original pearls could affect the bracelet's desirability. Auction records also show cultured pearl and diamond bracelets, carrying estimates in the thousands, with natural pearls potentially increasing the value even further. Number 6 is the classic single-strand necklace, but with one crucial detail: the Mikimoto name. Kokichi Mikimoto successfully produced cultured pearls in 1893, helping transform the pearl industry and make fine pearl jewelry more widely available. Vintage Mikimoto necklaces are still collected for their quality, matching, craftsmanship, and recognizable heritage. Look carefully at the clasp for a maker's mark and precious metal stamp, but remember that signatures can be copied. The pearls, clasp, construction, and overall condition should be professionally examined together. Original boxes, receipts, certificates, and signed folios can strengthen a piece's appeal. Sotheby's has documented Mikimoto cultured pearl necklaces selling for CHF $20,000 and HK $125,000, while a long Mikimoto pearl and diamond necklace has been offered for $19,000. These are exceptional examples, rather than average prices, but they demonstrate why a signed strand should never be dismissed as costume jewelry simply because the thread looks stretched or dirty. At number 5 are black pearl necklaces, earrings, bracelets, and pendants. The term black pearl is often used loosely, but genuine Tahitian cultured pearls may display complex body colors and overtones, including gray, green, blue, purple, and bronze. Older natural black pearls can be dramatically rarer. Important clues include impressive luster, large size, attractive color, clean surfaces, and strong matching throughout a necklace. However, color alone proves very little because some pearls are dyed or otherwise treated. A laboratory report may be necessary to determine whether the color is natural and whether the pearls themselves are natural or cultured. The market's greatest results can be astonishing. Sotheby's reported that the famous Cowdray black pearl necklace sold for a record $5.3 million. That was an extraordinary jewel, so an ordinary dark strand should not be assumed to have the same value. Still, an old black pearl necklace with a diamond clasp, large matched pearls, strong provenance, or laboratory documentation deserves professional attention. At number 4 are pink pearl pendants, rings, earrings, and brooches that may not contain ordinary pearls at all. Some rare pink gems are conch pearls, which form naturally in queen conch mollusks and may display a beautiful flame-like pattern across their surfaces. Colors can range from pale blush to strong pink, peach, or orange, while shapes are commonly irregular rather than perfectly round. Because dyed cultured pearls, coral, glass, and imitation materials can appear similar, laboratory identification is essential. GIA pearl reports can determine whether a pearl is natural or cultured, its saltwater or freshwater environment, detectable treatments, and sometimes the mollusk in which it formed. The financial difference can be enormous. Sotheby's recorded a conch pearl, seed pearl, and diamond necklace with a Cartier clasp selling for $142,000 in 2022. Never drill, polish, reshape, or reset a suspicious pink pearl before testing. A tiny pink pendant inherited without paperwork might still deserve serious examination. Number 3 is the pearl brooch, a piece frequently abandoned because brooches move in and out of fashion. Valuable examples may combine natural pearls with old-cut diamonds, colorful enamel, platinum, and famous craftsmanship. Inspect the reverse for signatures, serial numbers, assay marks, maker's plaques, and unusual mechanisms. Some Art Deco brooches were designed to separate into 2 clips or transform into other jewels, meaning an odd-looking attachment may be an important original feature rather than a later repair. A Cartier natural pearl and diamond double clip brooch offered by Sotheby's in 2025 carried an estimate of $25,000 to $35,000. Another Cartier double clip, dating to around 1935, was estimated at CHF $49,000 to CHF $69,000. Even an unsigned brooch could prove valuable if its maker can be confirmed through certificates, photographs, or company archives. Do not polish away numbers, replace stones, solder the mechanism, or cover damage with glue before a specialist has inspected it. At number 2 is the familiar graduated pearl necklace, the type worn at weddings, formal dinners, and family celebrations for generations. Before cultured pearls became widely available, assembling a full necklace of well-matched natural pearls required extraordinary time and access to rare material. Natural and cultured pearls can look almost identical from the outside, so age, appearance, or a family story cannot prove which kind you own. Laboratory examination, traditionally including X-radiography, is used to study the internal growth structures. In March 2026, Sotheby's offered a graduated natural pearl necklace accompanied by 2 gemological reports with an estimate of $15,000 to $30,000. Exceptional natural strands have achieved millions when they combined large size, beautiful luster, smooth surfaces, excellent matching, and important provenance. Never cut an old necklace apart unless the thread is already failing. First photograph the strand, record the pearl order, and preserve the original clasp, box, receipts, and paperwork. Taking the #1 position are natural pearl and diamond pendants, especially examples connected to royalty, aristocracy, celebrities, or another documented owner. A single large drop-shaped natural pearl can be rarer and more valuable than an entire ordinary cultured strand. Shape, size, color, luster, surface quality, origin, setting, and history can all influence the final price. In 2018, Sotheby's sold Marie Antoinette's 18th century natural pearl and diamond pendant for CHF 36,427,000, setting an auction record for a natural pearl. That astonishing result reflected both the pearl's rarity and its royal provenance. Less famous antique examples can still be enormously valuable. A circa 1915 natural pearl and diamond bow brooch containing a large button-shaped pearl received a Sotheby's estimate of $80,000 to $120,000 in June 2026. Most inherited pendants will never reach those levels, but you should never discard one simply because the metal is tarnished, the pin is bent, or the design looks unfashionable. Preserve every component and seek help from a qualified gemologist or established auction specialist. Pearl jewelry can be extremely deceptive. A valuable piece may look plain, while an imitation necklace may appear impressive under bright lighting. The strongest clues are not simply whiteness or roundness, but luster, matching, precious metal marks, maker signatures, older construction, original packaging, laboratory reports, and documented family history. Most pearl jewelry will not be worth a fortune, but the rare exceptions prove why you should never throw away an old piece without investigating it first. Which item from this countdown would you most like to discover inside a forgotten jewelry box? Share your answer in the comments and subscribe for more hidden treasures that could be worth thousands.